Thank you so much for connecting with us on OTT Play.
Hi, Akila. My pleasure. Thank you for having me over.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Good, thank you. So I saw the trailer and it's been just out and it's receiving a great response from all the fans and even other celebrities. And since the show is just about a week away from the release, how are you feeling currently?
Nervous and excited and happy, all mixed emotions. Every good news about the trailer release and the show and the promotion makes you excited. Thinking about how people will like it makes you nervous. So it's a mixed bag of feelings.
Okay. So what is it about your character that fascinated you so much that you decided to do this project? Could you tell us a bit about it?
It's not a very straightforward, linear, simple character. Very intriguing, very layered character that has been written. So for an actor to portray so many emotions and so much to do in a project is very lucrative, and I'm glad that I found that way it is written in Bestseller. And obviously I have to say yes. Plus it depends upon who's producing, directing the project. So everything was falling into place very correctly with this series. And I had no choice but to say yes. My good friend Siddharth Malhotra is producing it, of Alchemy Films. Mukul Bhayankar, another friend of mine from very long ago, he came on board to direct it. And then of course we have Amazon Prime to, do all the honors on us, bestow the honors on us. So yeah, everything fell into place. Plus I'm headlining the show. The story is very much about Tahir Wazir and what his life goes through. So it was a win-win situation.
Okay. And like you mentioned, it is a complex character. So was it a challenge to portray him? Was it, did it consume you, since I believe you had to also play it for like about 6 months, that too during the pandemic?
Yes, it does. Every complex character is a challenge for an actor, because it's not that simple that you just go there and talk and move your hands and acting is done. There's lots that goes into it, mentally, physically, emotionally. You have to leave everything aside and just focus on your craft at that time. Because like I say, that acting is, playing real and unreal situations, being real in unreal situations. So that requires a lot of mental, I would say, balance, stamina, and concentration. And of course, I don't like to take my work back home in sense of playing a character, because then it'll take a toll on you in every way, whichever projects you do. If you get stuck in that zone, then it becomes difficult. So, but I had a lot of fun playing this role, because it's not, like I said, it's not simple and linear. So every day was a different challenge, new challenge of playing something which you have not done yesterday. And that magic of the director and his craft, I think, is probably showing in the trailer very well. And we hope that the whole series is also perceived and loved by the audience the way the trailer is.
Okay. So do you have a certain process to get out of that character? Like you were mentioning, you try not to bring that back home. So
it's as much as it's simple it may sound, you have to just switch it off. You have to just switch off and not think about it. You can't do anything else. You have to get out of that space completely and do something else. And once you are home, once you are out of the shoot, then you carry on with other things of life. And that really helps, because if you keep in that zone, if you keep on that, be at that place, then obviously the surroundings, people around you, or you looking the way you are looking, playing the role, will not leave you. So I think it's very important, and I do that just leave it there and start thinking, talking, meeting other people as well.
Okay. I believe the show is inspired by the book, Ravi Subramaniam's book, Bestseller, that she wrote. So did you read that book? Had you read that book before, or did you read it before?
No, I have not. I didn't read the book purposely, because I did not want to have any kind of preconceived notions about the character. I wanted to play it the way the director would want me to play it. At the same time, I'd say that, like you said, the book inspired the story. So there's a lot of difference between the book and the series that we have made. There's a little bit of germ that we have taken from the book, but rest of the series, the stories are entirely different now. But now, actually speaking, since I've shot the series, I want to read it as to figure out where all the major differences are.
Okay. And I'm sure you must be getting this question a lot. You're reuniting with Mithunda again after Guru. So how was it like working with him again?
Very happy to finally work with him on such a long journey of shooting Bestseller, because in Guru we did not get much of a chance to shoot with each other, and this time I experienced the whole enthusiasm of our superstar Mithunda, and his humility and his loving nature and his kindness towards his juniors like me. So it was a fantastic experience.
Okay. And the series is a very serious psychological dark story. So how was the mood on the set like? Was it also serious or did you all have some fun as well?
No, it can't be serious, because if you if you start being in that zone or the mood of the whole series, then everybody will be very stressed out, tensed, and aggressive. The mood always is light on the set. That's the thing. Behind the camera, it's something else. You are always in a very light-hearted zone, light-hearted mood, and there's a lot of camaraderie between people who are working over there. It's only when you come in front of the camera and you shoot and something else is portrayed on screen. That's the magic of the movies, actually.
Okay. So in the trailer, we also see you saying right in the beginning, wanna be Chetan Bhagat. I know he was the character is just mocking himself, but in real life, are you a fan of his work?
Of course, I'm a fan of his work. I've seen so many of his films. I've read the book also. I read one book also, which was supposed to be made into a film. And all his films, all the work that he has done, whether it's Three Idiots or Two States, they're fantastic films. So I'm a big fan of Chetan Bhagat that way, that whatever he writes is so real and so close to people's lives, and still he gets that little excitement, very edgy space to the story, that you read it, कि हाँ इसके साथ भी हुआ, उसके साथ भी हुआ, and I've also gone through this, but still the way it is written, that's the magic he weaves in his words.
Okay. So in an earlier interview, you were saying that cinemas is just about that one Friday, but with OTT, that pressure is off the table, and it has certainly given a lot of opportunities to artists, including writers, filmmakers, and everybody. So, what do you have to say about the OTT boom?
Well, OTT is also about Friday only, because every Friday the series will release, and it has to be perceived the same way. See, for an actor, for people who are making films, it is no different from a filmmaking process. That's exactly the same. What used to happen was that people would go and buy tickets, and you would count the success of how many tickets have been sold when a film plays in the theater. Well, unfortunately, for the last 2 years, that has not been the case, because theaters are shut because of pandemic. And OTT, the series or the films that release on OTT platforms, are also going through the same parameter, that Friday will decide whether it has done well or not, because people look forward to it. The series, they mark the calendar in a way that it is released on a weekend, so that people get time on the weekend to see it. And any good project, whether it's a web series or a film, if it does well, it does make a difference to your career graph.
Okay, so you mean it's again about the just first weekend mostly?
Not first weekend. It is about how people see how much love that project is given on a Friday when it releases.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it goes on and on after that. If a film is brilliantly, it's a good film. It's a brilliant film. It's a blockbuster. Then many Fridays it will continue to play in the theaters. Similarly, for a series also, when it releases, if it is good, the word of mouth of people watching it and reviews coming in, it goes on and on. I mean, we are watching sometimes series which probably released 7-8 years back on different platforms, So because they are so good, we can still watch it.
And I believe you're working on other projects. You have written a series yourself, a multilingual one, if I'm not wrong. Could you tell
No,
us a
it's,
bit about?
no. It's not a series that I've written, which is a multilingual. It will be a film that I will be working on, which is a multilingual. I've not written it; it's already written, and I will be very happy to be a part of it soon.
Okay, could you tell us a bit more about the project and other projects that you're working on?
No, right now I can't reveal actually much about any project that I'm working on because the formal, announcement needs to be made by the producers, and that's their prerogative. So obviously you can't talk. When we come to it, I will definitely announce it loud and clear.
So they are films or series?
Both of them, films also and series as well.
Okay, thank you so much for connecting with us. It's a pleasure speaking to you, and all the best for your series.
Thank you. Pleasure is all mine. Best wishes to you as well.